Hello. Okay. It's been a while, really long while, since I've put up a video of anything. So why are we here? Well, if you are too dumb to read the title, uh, Tech9 something else. This album, um, after listening to it quite a few times and giving it, a good listen, as it were, um, it really is a fantastic piece in Tech9's arsenal of albums and EPs. He's done a lot of those. This has got to be one of the better ones. Definitely is great because of what he talks about and the references back to older songs of his, of course, because, well, you gotta, I think it's great because of him, the way he talks about things. Yeah, see, I wasn't very well prepared for this. For example, okay, straight out the gate. It's a hard-hitting, great instrumental, great lyrics. Surge from Serge Tankian from System of a Down lends his voice to it, and that is great. You know, um, it's really, really, really well done in the fact of the spitting by Tech, and then intertwine that with the singing of Surge. It's a great combo in my opinion. And I saw a making of the track on YouTube, because it seems to be where he's getting a lot of his exposure. There's a lot of here's the album cover, the one I have, by the way. There's two different ones. There's a deluxe one where it's him, like there's like a halo and a heart here, and yeah, bunch of craziness going on. It's similar to this, but he's superimposed. He'd be superimposed behind the crown, the wings, and the heart, and the strange music symbol, which you can see here. Um, I mean, personally, when I first heard Tech9, was actually on a mashup of the Exorcist theme with Tech9's I'm a Tell. I'm a Tell off of Absolute Power, I believe it came off of. I may have that wrong, you know. But, and I loved it. I was like, ooh, this rapper, he's pretty good. I like him. Not bad at all. Not bad. So, naturally, I did what anybody who was curious would do. I went and looked up more of his material. Some stuff I didn't like so much, Ever Ready? Not a big fan of that album, But then there was All Sixes and Sevens, which I thought was phenomenal. From the first track to the last, every time, if I listen to the album, I have to listen to the whole thing. I can't just skip tracks, Because some people do that. Of course, you like what you like, whatever. But overall, going back to this album, Tech9's Something Else, is that it's funny because the title he chose, as well as the ideas represented on the album, and even beyond that, the idea of the first track, going back on to what I was saying in the first place, because I do get sidetracked, and suck it up, is that, okay, Straight Out the Gate is fantastic. The way it opens up with the official chant, I suppose, or Pledge of Allegiance, I guess, to Tech9. I'm not exactly sure what that's about, but it goes from that into the lyrics of of course, of N9ne singing. I'm sorry, I have to look it up. Singing. Just so unready for this. Yeah, okay, the Pledge is what it's called on the Rap Genius. Which, by the way, Rap Genius is a fantastic site. If you don't understand a rap song, go and look. When you hover over lyrics, or click on them, well, click on them. It used to be you hovered on them, it showed up. And it has a thing that explains what that is about, what that line means. If you don't understand it, you know, hey, oh, that's what this means. Yeah. It's great. It's great, in my opinion. You know, that or that this website exists for people who are less understanding of hip hop, rap, music. You know, whatever you want to call it. Hip hop, rap, it's all the same. Well, it isn't. I mean, jazz rap is different from modern rap or pop rap, for example. However, in the album, or in the first track, he goes with, the Pledge opening, and then the first verse is, okay, I get it, I'm an F1 freak of nature, but the pen is going to hate the paper. Was a problem in a incubator, mom and dad was a creature maker. Straight out, yet again, in the beginning of the album, we know, oh, he's different. Okay, Tech, we get it. Not the first time he's done it. Probably not the last. I am a little excited as to see what he's going to do next, because I believe he is touring in support of this album at the moment. So, we'll have to wait and see and what it comes out with next. The album actually did come with an insert supporting Strange Music, his record label that he started quite a while ago, actually. And it does have a thing for an EP he's apparently putting out called Therapy. It was on November 5th. It came out this year, November 5th. So, I suppose that's out by now. It's what, December 20... Oh my god, December 3rd? 2nd? I'm bad with dates. I gotta look. Let me check my computer. Yeah, 2nd. 2nd. You're sitting in front of my screen right now because, well, it makes things a little easier to situate everything. Alright. But, the first verse and then the hook, okay, is what gets me. We are the darkness, but we're leaving. We are the gods that are deceiving. We are the painters of blind faith. We are the children of your rivals, holding guns while reading Bibles. Go ahead and seal your fate, straight out the gate. Now, the interesting thing about this is there is a deeper meaning behind all of it. Of course, if you actually pay attention to anything in life, there's always a deeper meaning to a song. And you can think too far into things, that's true. But in this case, it wouldn't be, because we are the darkness, but we're leaving is actually a jab at false religion, where, like, the Catholics, for example, which I'm a big fan of them, are, like, they falsely believe. I mean, their beliefs are wrong. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that, they aren't. They're fucking wrong. The next line, we are the gods that are deceiving, again talks about that, how religion is used to take advantage of people who blindly follow something without questioning it. And, we are the gods that are deceiving is, like I said, literally, in all literal sense. The annotation says, speaking from the point of view of a false messiah, speaking to its followers just a lie about everything, he says to gain control of everything and nothing more. Referring back to the government is the biggest threat to society by trying to show they do good but cause the problems themselves. Exactly. See, that's what they're saying here. It's not, about gods literally leaving, and gods, multiple gods, not God. Well, depending on who you are. So, overall, the hook, and then we are the parents of blind faith. We are the children of your rivals. I'm not really sure still as to what that could mean. That could mean anything to anybody, really. Maybe it's left to be open for interpretation, you know. But overall, I feel the hook is perfect in this first, the opening song, because it fits along with him talking about, or Tech talking about, evil brain, angel heart is another theme or character of his, or side of his persona, I guess is what I should say. Um, and then he even goes on. Where is it? He says, "All you fraudulence feeling, I'm falling, offending the Father. I place you in the deepest, darkest part of abyss. No body but you, without any food and no aqua." Like he's saying, oh, here it is. I'm wicked and I represent the sickness. Like I can see how that could be taken as I'm more evil than you will ever be. But what I think it really means is that he. Okay, from what it says in the annotation, he's going to rid the world of the accusers. Although I think in another way it means that, quit disrespecting God and Jesus, whoever it is you happen to, or whichever of those two you think it may be about, and, knock it off. Like another line is, yapping is one of your glitches, halt it. Talking shit and gossiping is one of your bad traits. Stop that shit. It's just, he's talking about how he's back with another album. He's going to take the industry by storm, which he just might with this album. You know, because he's going to overtake everything by being who he is still, even to this day, still staying true to the aesthetic and style that he has created all his own. He hasn't changed at all, ever. I mean, it's, from angelic, ooh, aren't we clever? I think it's a silly ass name. All sixes and sevens, KOD, King of Darkness, by the way. That something else, all the way to this one. Anyway, I can't. Absolute Power is another great one. Not as good as all sixes and sevens, but still good. Between, though, within the layers, though, of what makes N9ne who he is represented in this album very well, I think, because he has the gangster in there, the clown, and these are people, people within his persona that he does name. There's an interview I watched that, he talks about how there's the clown, the gangster, and the father, I think, isn't a father for his children. Not like, oh, father, not a priest or anything. But through time, he has grown up. He has changed. His style has been ever evolving, really, because there are differences between this, all sixes and sevens, KOD, Absolute Power, Angelic, all of them have differences, of course, and this is probably, I think, him finally maturing enough to put out something that is solid. A lot of people hate this album or dislike it, or just it's not that good. And I think for N9ne, just him, his line of what he's done so far up to this has been, this might be his peak, sadly. And along with the reason the album is called something else, I forgot to mention this earlier, was because, hip hop is so saturated with artists. I mean, let's be honest here, it's so saturated with, so many bad rappers. There's a lot of crap you have to go through to find the good stuff. in my opinion. And hey, you might, you, whoever you are, might like all rap. That's great, I probably look more like a rock person, like a metalhead or Satan, whatever. Truth is, I love music. That's what I like. It's not just about rap or rock. Damn it, I won't get this down. See how unprepared I am? No. I have Coheed and Cambria's No Word for Tomorrow, their newest, Afterman, both albums in one, along with a live CD they put out with some of the tracks, And you're goddamn right. Black Sabbath. Fuck the bullshit, man. Oh. There's something else in there, that's all. Okay, yeah, you just saw what I showed you. And then on the other side of the spectrum, I have, Skrillex. I mean, I like music. It's not about just one genre for me. Now, do I have like Neutral Milk Hotel or, some pretentious bullshit like some hipster crap? No, because honestly, that shit just annoys me. I'm not going to go completely outside my comfort zone in the spectrum of what I enjoy because it's new. I don't fucking care, Another classic example, I think, of any album ever, or of people who enjoy music. Why is this stuck? I don't understand. Okay, is this right here. This. Okay, now, I really shouldn't even have to show you the name of the band for you to know who the fuck this is, okay? This is the best shit ever. This is the best album by Metallica ever. Period. Okay, people like the Black Album. Good for you. Okay. This came out when I was growing up. Thank you. So it's what I like. It's personal. It's a personal thing to me. I have this on vinyl. It's literally behind me. I don't feel like digging it out, but I know it's over there. I had it on audio tape as well at one point, or audio cassette. It disappeared. I think I may have given it to someone. I don't know, but yeah. Okay. I just have to point out, Metallica, Skrillex, Black Sabbath, Coheed, which I adore Coheed so much. And then like I said, N9ne. It brings me all the way to this. Back to tech. And the reason I think it's great is because he does have an edge to it that you can't take him too seriously. You have to understand, you can't, just be like, oh, his word is law, or whatever. But you should listen to the message he's trying to come across with, of course. Definitely. As with any album by any artist ever, really. There's even this local band that I really, really like them a lot. They're called Super Bob. Actually, I want to try to get a shot of this. Well, see, Super Bob. This album, I don't remember the name of it. Apparently, this is just called Super Bob. Anyway, yeah. I'm just pointing out I have this, and I mean, it's actually a printed or a pressed disc. I'm impressed by that. Look, it's not a burned copy, and they got some production quality on this, I think it'd be really cool if N9ne signed Super Bob. And they are actually not what you would think. Like, they sound like a punk band, I would say. Like, that's what I thought they were when I went to the show. No. Metal. Like a rock, hard rock metal-esque, you know, band. I just really wish they would, yeah, wish they would get bigger. Be great. Now, like I was saying about this whole thing, though, is that, you know, N9ne, you can't take him too seriously. You can't sit there and just, you know, you can't really believe everything he talks about either. Not because he's, like, a liar, but, you know, as any great music producer, artist, writer, singer, songwriter, whatever they have to be storytellers. That's just a fact. You have to be a good storyteller to get noticed. You have to talk about things that might not be true to, you know, add that scope to your song. I mean, yeah. I don't really have a whole lot more to say. I mean, I didn't really think this out very well. Whatever. So, I guess I'm going to close this video and say, with all things, don't take it too seriously. Including this video. This is just my opinion, you know. I'm not sitting here trying to say that N9ne's the greatest rapper ever, because he's not. I may have my own opinion about that, but, of course, as with all things, you know, of course I do, right? What am I, human? I don't have any cute catchphrase or anything I can really say besides, see y'all later. Hope you enjoyed the video. I guess there could be more coming. I don't really know. Just felt like doing this video. Bye-bye.